For more on this, TRT World's Deputy News Editor Khalil Charles is live for us in the studio. Thanks so much for coming in. So all these protests still haven't yielded any results at all. I mean, the government hasn't changed its policies. Omar al-Bashir is showing no sign of stepping down. So where does this protest movement go from here?
Well, this protest movement, which has been led since the 19th of December, when a popular uprising, if you like, broke out in Atbara in the northern town, led mostly by doctors, professional people, engineers, teachers, journalists. Their kind of game plan behind this is to continue these protests as long as they possibly can. And I think to some extent have been encouraged by what happened in Gaza with 35 weeks of protests in Gaza, the yellow vests that happened in France. I mean, this is for the long run as far as they're concerned. And they're very certain that they're going to keep organizing these demonstrations until they see that result that they so desire.
So it's almost like this drip Chinese water torture approach to the government.
A war of attrition, in a sense, Andrea. It's what they're trying to do is to grind down the government and also raise this to the international attention and to keep it in international attention so that pressure can be applied to the Bashir government.
But pressure has long been applied to the Bashir government and nothing at all has changed. So do you think the government has any plans to reform or even change its power structure?
Well, the government is very defiant that they won't step down as a cause of these demonstrations. And what they've tried to do is put on their own counter demonstrations. They've done one in the Green Square in the middle of Khartoum. They've done one in Nyala, which is in the Darfur, where the president has come out and amongst still thousands of people, and you know, many of which have been bussed in by the government itself to support him. So this creating a very divisive kind of situation with those who support Bashir and those who don't. But what's very interesting, from within the Bashir government, there may be more movement, because there are those inside the government who are not happy that he's deciding that he's going to stand again for the 2020 elections. And there are those who are quite certain that they don't want him to see him do that. Although they're not wanting the government to fall, they are wanting the pressure to continue on him so he can capitulate to some extent. I think that what we're going to see is that although there's no real viable opposition that's talking at the moment of taking over power, I think this popular movement really might come out of it, you know, a group of people, some leaders who really will command the popular interest. And I think at some stage, Bashir is going to have to sit down and negotiate with those people.
Okay, Khalil, we'll leave it there. Thank you so much for coming in.